Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. It's September 27, 2012. To my left is Logan Burgess and I'm Brock Shimbino. The grains are trading mixed this morning. Let's turn it over to Fire Tip, see what's happening in Chicago. Corn, wheat, and Kansas City wheat all trading negative. Beans slightly positive this morning, although we have seen two-sided trade in beans. They were negative in the overnight session. Being positive here as the pit opened this morning. Right. A couple things driving the bean market is we saw a large sale go to China this morning of export sales, and we also had the export sales report out of the USDA. What are we looking at over there?
Yeah, certainly, Brock. We did get that export sales report here out this morning, and as you can see here on the corn front, absolutely abysmal. We're not missing a K here on the end of this reported figure here. 400 metric tons of corn. The market was looking for between 150 and 250,000 metric tons there. So a really abysmal export sales report there for corn. On soybeans and wheat, both at the high end of expectations here, 799,000 metric tons of soybeans reported in export sales. 426,000 metric tons there for wheat. You know, one thing that the trade's also watching this morning here, we had another sale of Chinese beans out of state reserves here today. Certainly this was factored into the market. You know, this has been an ongoing story, but it's certainly good to keep on our radar here in terms of demand for U.S. beans. As it pertains to U.S. corn here, we're really seeing some demand destruction right now, you know, both out of the export sales report and looking at ethanol numbers this morning, Brock, kind of a similar story there.
Yeah, we did see some demand destruction happening for the ethanol industry as well. Production actually declined by about 3% over this last week, and we're actually 4% behind where we were last year. So export sales are seeing decreased demand. We're also seeing it over in ethanol for corn. You know, the stocks of ethanol is also getting to be a concern. We're 12.7% ahead of where we were this time last year for ethanol stocks on hand. We decreased slightly this week, not a big issue there. The thing that we should point out here is that 85 million bushels of corn went to ethanol this last week, slightly below what the USDA is expecting us to use, about 86.3 million bushels. So we fell a little bit below what the USDA expectations are, so it does show a little bit of demand destruction is happening for ethanol.
Right, so both export sales and ethanol demand, very important to the demand scenario here for U.S. grains. As it pertains to the supply side of the equation, tomorrow we're going to be getting a big piece of fundamental news here. Released at 7:30 Central Time tomorrow morning, we'll be getting the quarterly grain stocks report. If we kind of run down these numbers here real quick, I know, Brock, we ran through these numbers yesterday, but we just wanted to give you guys another heads up about what to keep on your radar here out of tomorrow's report. The average trade guess here is about 1.11 billion bushels of corn there in quarterly grain stocks, 131 million bushels of soybeans, and 2.28 billion bushels there for wheat. On the wheat side of things, additionally, we will be getting the small grain summary out tomorrow. We'll be getting a little bit of better picture of U.S. production there on the wheat side of things. So the wheat market could be volatile tomorrow, but certainly people are going to be watching these corn and soybeans quarterly grain stocks report very closely here today, or in tomorrow's report. We'll be tweeting about everything else as it goes on here later today in the market. At GrainTV is where you can find us. Join us tomorrow morning for the quarterly grain stocks report, 7:30 Central Time.